Hello boys and girls, Ice Cream Gecko here, speaking to you through the power of the internet via the endless miles of undersea cable. It is done, it is finally done, the current module is over. Constant havoc, constant confusion, paired with endless amounts of theoretical knowledge. It has all come to an end now after, 3.8 weeks, let's say it like that, how the professor stated it. 3.8 weeks of hustle. That's really it. But that shall not be the topic of this video. Topic of this video is engine braking and why you should be a bit cautious with it in certain situations. Engine braking is great. It conserves your brake pads, your brake rotors. It helps to save fuel as well. It can be a bit safer and it can be very pleasant to work with once you get the hang of it and once you get used to your motorcycle. Something that is often underrated though is that your brake lights do not turn on when you engine brake. And that's the core of today's topic, because sometimes engine braking can be dangerous and not just casually, oh, that's not too cool. No, properly dangerous. A motorcycle has got a different kind of engine braking than cars have. When you let off the gas in a car, speed drops by a bit. Nothing special, everything just business as usual. However, if your revolutions on a motorcycle drop and you are still in gear, things get a bit more difficult quite quickly because you slow down so much faster than you do in a car. In a world where everybody keeps a safe distance from the vehicle they are following right now, that doesn't really make up for a problem at all. It's not a big deal. You can engine brake however you like, how strong you like. No one would bat an eye. It only gets dangerous when people start tailgating you. And if they do not see a brake light then, they think you are remaining at the same speed you are going at the moment, which you are then, of course, not doing. The reason I'm talking about this is that recently, it feels like, now that I'm coming up to the 12,000 kilometer inspection of my motorcycle, the engine brake has got a bit more strong. Well, I want to say dominant, but that's kind of a weird thing to say about a brake. It's become a bit stronger, and it becomes more apparent to me that excessive engine braking without letting people know that you are actually slowing down quite significantly in contrast to their engine brake, things can get a bit messy and things can get way too close to your number plate. And I have to say, people getting way too close to the number plate I have on my ass daily, which is at first quite scary, and the first months in which I rode a motorcycle I completely flipped my shit when people drove right up my arse. Nowadays I have gotten acquainted to it, so it's not that big of a problem anymore, but still it remains a bit, inconvenient, so to speak. What I suggest you to do is when you engine brake, actually let people know that you are. Tap your brake lever a little bit. Maybe, if you've got a motorcycle in which that works, the switch for the engine brake, the switch for the brake lights goes on before you actually apply any brake pressure, before the pad actually touches the rotor. What I advise you to do if you've got problems with engine braking and people following you way too closely, just tap it a little. Just keep it pressed without engaging the brake itself. It helps immensely because people then know that you are actually braking. It doesn't subtract from the fact that people are just being dicks all the time and riding up your arse for, kilometers after kilometers. That, still is a very annoying thing, unsafe, and should be punished, I think, especially when you've got motorcyclists on the road and they are being tailgated. People do it like all the time, but when you want a bike, you're very, very vulnerable, and once somebody hits you from the back, you don't have any options anymore. You can't brake, you can't really accelerate because your rear tire is being blocked by the car of the guy behind you. That's not really an option. You can't turn anymore because, again, your rear tire is now fixed. And overall, things just get a bit hairy. Anyways, just as a quick tip, when you engine brake and you have people following you very, very closely, make sure that you tap the brake lever a little bit to let people know that you are slowing down. It's not something you should be forced to do, but sadly we live in worlds, in countries, in cities where people just don't give a shit. Just to keep you safe, think about that. And if you disagree, you are welcome to let me know in the comment section below. That was it for this quick little video. Like I said, this has been the last day of this module. The exam was yesterday, the presentation of our stuff was today. I held it in English with my lab partner. It was quite alright, although I missed half of the stuff that I put on the slides and didn't really talk about them. And overall, I don't think it was all that great, but it was certainly better than just screwing it up completely. And on this, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye.